We all know the urban legend of the Polybius arcade machine. Supposedly an arcade game from the early 80s which produced addictive and psychoactive effects in those who played it.
Hello!
Some kids collapsed whilst others were visited by mysterious men in black after playing. Of course, it's apparent that most of this was probably made up. The first mention of it seemed to be on coinop.org during the year 2000, talking of a 1981 arcade machine created by a company known as Sinnesolution. A brief synopsis of rumours regarding the machine seemed to cause a wave which rippled through the internet, leading to many investigations, videos, upcoming Ashens films, spin-off games, and indeed apparent versions of the arcade machine. Numskull then, in line with their other quarter-scale arcade cabinets, have decided to run a Kickstarter campaign to create this infamous machine. I know the Numskull people pretty well, so they've sent me 2 prototype machines to have a look at. It's not every day you stumble across not 1, but 2 Polybius arcade cabinets. Sure, they might not be full size, but they look pretty good to me. Now, these machines are based on the model created by Rogue Synapse. They are the same size as all the other quarter arcade machines, and they're designed to fit snugly in your quarter-size arcade. But they're slightly different. They do have screens, they have joysticks, they have buttons, but they don't play a game as such. And of course, you would expect that. Numskull are trying to create something realistic here, something true to life, and if you had a game on this Polybius machine, who says which game it's going to be? Is it going to be the Jeff Minter one? Is it going to be the other one which claims to be the proper game on the internet? It's best to leave it to the imagination, I think, anyway. The screen will have the Polybius title screen, and it will have an array of effects and sounds which play, which I think would be pretty cool. And you get the Polybius marquee at the top, which is rather dashing. You even get the little government messages stuck down here, which is quite nice. And of course you get the coin slots and all that stuff, which makes it nice. It's, you know, it's made to the same high standards as normal Numskull stuff. I quite like it. Now, of course, this should have a use, because you'd expect it to have a use, and it does. These are only prototype machines, but they will have, all of them will have, a USB hub on the back. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, this has got 10 USB ports. I'm not sure if they're 2 or 3, but, you know, it seems irrelevant because their main purpose is to power the rest of your Numskull quarter arcade cabinets. You can have this one in the middle and then plug all the USB cords in, light up your entire arcade rather than taking up crap loads of power supplies. I like it. But one of my main interests here is, can it be hacked? What can we do to it? Because you might want to customize yours. You might want to put Jeff Minter's game inside it to make it an experience which you think is more akin to what Polybius should be. So, let's take a look. The 2 prototype cabinets I have are very different. One has the USB hub on the back, and the other is like a normal quarter arcade cabinet, but running the Polybius firmware. Mainly I want to see how much space is in these things. The USB version has a crap ton of space, enough for ramming a Raspberry Pi in there or whatever you like, as does the standard version. Of course, the final product will be an amalgamation of these two, but there's lots of scope here. The shipped screens are pretty decent 5-inch panels, and hardware-wise, well, it's basically the same as the previous cabinet. I'm not going to rip this thing apart now, but I may do in the future. For now, I think it's a good addition to have with that USB hub, and it's really aimed at collectors of previous quarter-sized arcade cabs. But if you want a Polybius machine just sitting in the corner, whirring away, then I think it's good for that as well. So this Kickstarter campaign has 2 or 3 days left by the time you watch this video. So if you do want to bag yourself one of these, I suggest you click the link below and go and take a look. It's about 46,000 out of 50,000 at the moment, so it should quite easily sail through. But if you collect these quarter arcade cabinets, you'd be mental to miss out on one of these. It's an amazing addition to any quarter-sized arcade, I think. You've got your own Polybius cabinet, come on! Polybius.